I don't care how much my elbow bends. I care where my elbow goes, where it ends up. And it's going towards my back pocket. That low, slightly lean back pull down just destroys the lats. It's an awesome move. You need to try it if you haven't in your life. You need to try it.
Hey, what's up? How's it going? My name is Ryan Miller. It's October 4th, 2023, and this is Winter Bulk Day 4. Now, I'm really about a week into the bulk. It's been going great, and I'm calling this Day 4 because I'm just going based off of training days. So this is the 4th training day of the bulk. But as you know, nutritionally, I've added about 500 calories to my daily intake. I didn't change protein intake at all because I don't need to do that. I haven't gained any lean body mass in a week. No need to change protein intake since I base it off of that lean body mass. So those 500 calories, those are coming from mainly extra carbs, along with about 25% coming from fats. So it's been nice. I'm never going to complain about being able to eat more carbs. It's just more oats, more bread, more anything that I use for a carb source. And I don't mind that at all. So I've had the last 2 days off, and that means I'm refreshed, rejuvenated, recovered. Right now my training split, it's always gonna have 2 days off in a row, and those are gonna be on Monday and Tuesday because Monday and Tuesday are busy work days for me. Thursday is also busy. Wednesday is very light. So Monday and Tuesday, I'm on my feet quite a bit with clients, local training clients. They're doing 60-minute sessions right here in this gym, but it's not hard physical labor for me. So it's on my feet, very, very, very light activity. So I'm recovering through that time. I also have a lot of online client work to do on Mondays and Tuesdays. Now that's sedentary work. I'm on the computer, I'm at my desk sitting down. So yeah, I'm recovering through that as well. And whether you know it or not, I also help my wife make soy candles. We have a second business. It's not quite full-time. I'd say it's part-time for each of us. But we have a big event coming up tomorrow, actually, tomorrow night. Our city here hosts a ladies' night out shopping event, and that's tomorrow. So there's gonna be a lot of ladies on Main Street visiting all the different shops. We have a stock room on Main Street in my city, and we poured roughly 100 candles in the last couple days. So we've been busy with that. Now that is on my feet, moving around, but it's far from physical hard labor. So again, more recovery time. So I am fully recovered from the beating that I've been giving myself on last week, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Monday, Tuesday has been pure recovery, and that means I'm ready to go for today. I'm feeling really good about today's workout. Can't wait to hit it. I just got the nitric in me from Gorilla Mode. I got some caffeine in me as well, about 150 milligrams in pill form, because that nitric is stimulant free, and I do like some caffeine. I'm not gonna lie about that. Pre-workout, that's the time that I take it. It's really the only time that I take caffeine on any day, really. So I think I'm ready to go, you know? Honestly, I just wanted to pop in, say hi, do a little intro before we get started with the real training work. And I wanted to let you know what my week looked like earlier because I haven't put out a vlog in a couple days. Monday, Tuesdays, they're just always gonna be off days. It's the best thing for me. And you have to consider what the best thing is for you when you're putting together your own training split, because the best training split is not the one that is scientifically optimized for growth or strength. The best training split is the one that contains those scientifically proven principles, but it's scheduled in a way that fits your schedule so you can stick with it in the long run and you can be consistent with it over and 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 over. That's the best split for you. So you have to consider that when you're putting your own split together. I want you to keep that in mind because that is how you have long-term success. All right, these weights are calling. They're there. They're right in the background. They're ready to be lifted. So let's get into it. Pull day / overhead press day. I'm looking forward to taking you through it. Here we go. All right, just a quick rundown of the day. So we're in GST microcycle 3. This is macrocycle 1. We're just getting started here. 25 weeks of growth, GST size protocol. So microcycle 3, 80% 1 rep max, 3 plus, AMRAP for the core lifts. Today's got 2 core lifts. We're doing seated overhead presses and we're doing a pull-up variation. So that's what I'm gonna be hitting today. That's what's on the menu right off the bat. So I just wanna get this last warm-up set in before we hit working weight. I like to work up pretty close to my working weight. It's a smart move. Gets my body ready, my CNS ready, my muscle fibers ready. All right, priming, not exhausting. Remember, that's what warm-ups do. They get you ready, physically, mentally, but you must only prime. You must not exhaust during your warm-ups. You don't want your warm-ups to take away from your working sets, guys. I don't want to see you doing that. All right, working set 1. Remember, 3 plus, 3 reps, that's the base goal, that's the minimum. The plus reps, I can do as many as I want, but I want to keep myself 1 to 2 reps shy of failure. Easy 3, right out of the gate. Start strong. All right, now that was nice. Obviously, something's gonna mess up when I say right out of the gate, let's get that strong start. And you saw I tapped the safety. I thought the safety was low enough. I'll move it down 1 notch. It's easily gonna catch me if I fail. I don't need it that high. Don't you just love that feeling when you're just like 1 or 2 sets into your workout and you know that you're about to go through some hard shit and it feels good. You start to get that pump, you start to get the blood in your muscles, start to feel bigger. I always say when you get that pump walking into the gym, it makes your clothes shrink. There's 2 things that make your clothes shrink, the dryer and the pump. And man, I love that feeling. I'm just starting to get it right now. Even when I'm doing low rep sets, since I have built up such a strong mind-muscle connection, you know, I get that pump. It comes quick, and it's a blessing, but it takes time. It takes time to build that mind-muscle connection up and work at it. Work at it, the pump will come quicker, the pump will be stronger, and you'll get that euphoric feeling, like just feeling like a beast faster. That's where I'm at right now. So we're gonna hit the second set. We're gonna keep enhancing the pump, just keep doing good work, forcing growth, and 3 plus reps. Here we go. All right, so that's a good time to stop. Remember, 1 to 2 reps shy of failure on those first 2 working sets, all right? So I'm through that, went 5, went 6. Now, to tell you the truth, my goal for the AMRAP set, I like to have a baseline goal. I know it's AMRAP, but I still like to have a baseline goal to shoot for, like a mental mark to hit. And I like to double up on the recommended rep count for the first 2 sets. Today, that's 3. Double it up, 6. I just hit 6 there. I know I'm gonna be able to do 6 on the AMRAP unless something goes real wrong, and I don't foresee that happening. I'm gonna try to push quicker reps in the beginning of the AMRAP set, and then
just grind until the end. And that's all there is to it. AMRAP sets, you want to shut them down when you hit one of two things: muscle failure or form breakdown. Don't work through either one of those things. It's not worth it. The training game is a long game. A long, long game. Years, decades. And I want you to stay healthy. I want you to stay pain-free. I want you to stay feeling young. Like, that's what this is all about. You want to get big, you want to get strong, but you want to stay feeling young. And you could do that. You could do that by just making sure you don't train like an idiot. Don't always push yourself to failure. Do shut down sets when you feel your form breaking down. Check the ego outside the gym. That's key. And you're going to feel young for a long time. And that's a big part of training. And I want you to have that. All right, remember, a little bit faster in the beginning, and then grind until form breakdown or just flat out failure. So good. Here we go. Ooh. Putting the safeties to work right there. That was a nice set. Whew. 9 reps, failure on 10. Got to be happy with that. You know I was going for 6. Bottom line 6. Top line, whatever happens. Okay. No volume set needed. I'm feeling great from that. Plenty of volume on this type of day. Now we're moving on to the pull. Remember, we're doing pull/overhead press today. Main dishes. 60-degree incline. Front delts lit up, burning right now. Next up, a pull-up variation. Pull-up grip, palms facing away from me, kind of wide. Gonna be focusing in on the lats. All right, let's do that next exercise. So I changed my mind. I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, I mean, why not get a little more pumped? So let's do it. 20 rep volume set. Let's push it out. I'm feeling great. Take advantage of those times. 1, 2, 3. Whew. There we go, man. Delts are feeling full right now, I'll tell you that. Yeah, buddy. All right, now we're going pull-ups, I promise. Let's get it. Pull-ups, so I'm feeling nice. We're just gonna get right into a warm-up set here. Some body weight pull-ups. So I go on the outer handles, but I go as close as I can on those outer handles. All right, really nice set there. Warm up. Now we're gonna be adding weight today. We're gonna use the dip belt to add weight to pull-ups. It's one of my favorite things to do. All right, so my 1 rep max estimated right now on pull-ups, somewhere in that 250 mark. So last week I was at body weight. I'm adding 10% this week. That's 25 pounds. So we got the dip bar, or the dip belt, I should say, with the 25 on there. All right, so this is, I don't anticipate this being super difficult. Again, we're still on the main dish, core work, pull-ups, 3 reps. Plus reps is anything that gets me around 1 to 2 reps shy of failure. And remember, do not hit failure on your core lifts except for the AMRAP sets. Here we go. So that was a nice set. One nice thing about working with numbers that push you, but that are calculated and controlled and based off of numbers that you know that you've hit before. One thing that's nice about this type of programming, this type of setup, is that you know that you're going to be able to handle the weights. It's not like you're in dangerous territory. So when you're using weights that you know you can handle, you have confidence, you feel good, you feel ready. And you can still work very hard with weights that you know you can handle, because you can push yourself to close to failure or failure. So have the confidence, use periodization, that's what I'm doing here, based on numbers that I've done before, that I know that I can handle. So this is not my 1 rep max, this is not my 2 rep max. This is an 80% 1 rep max day based on a 1 rep max that I know I can do. So every set you're going to see me, I feel confident going into it, but I can easily push myself for growth. And that's how you train smart. That's how you train for longevity. Remember, I want you training the long game, baby. I want you training for decades, not just years, decades. And I want you feeling young and good and strong throughout all of it. This is how you do it. These are the principles that you use. Sorry, it just is. There's no other way around it. Just took a 2-minute rest period and I'm ready to go. So I'm just going to put this track on repeat, hope for another 4 to 5 reps. Remember, I'm confident here. I can do this weight, and I could get stimulus for growth from it too. One more for sure. Okay. One thing you're going to see me doing with pull-ups is full ROM. I am a big time advocate, I'm a full advocate of full ROM. Has my full approval. So you're going to see me hit full ROM, straight arm position at the bottom, feeling my lat kind of pull apart a little bit. I like the straight arm position. You know, why would you just come down to a 90-degree bend in your arm or a 45-degree bend in your arm? Why would you do that? You would do that if you couldn't handle what you're doing and you're ego lifting for more reps. You know, it's like when you see those shitty kipping pull-ups in CrossFit. I mean, those are trash pull-ups. They're garbage. Like, they're not even real pull-ups. And then you see people talking about doing 30 pull-ups as they're like, look like they're on a hamster wheel just going in a circle and a circle and a circle. No. Full range of motion. We're here for growth. We're not here for gymnastics. We're here for growth. So pull-ups, lats, biceps, rhomboids, teres. Get full range of motion. Stretch out the lats at the bottom. Keep that mind-muscle connection. Pull up strong. Get a nice tight cinch, nice tight squeeze. And then hit the next rep and put it on repeat. You wouldn't do half reps on squats. You wouldn't do half reps on the bench press. Don't do half reps on pull-ups either. Final. You know what that means? That means AMRAP. That's gonna do it. Whew, that's definitely gonna do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit a volume set on this too. And now I'm gonna do that because I want to, you know, I want that pump. I want the lat pump. I wanna blow the back up. So I'm gonna do pull downs. Let's get that rocking next. All right, volume set for lats. This is a nice wide bar. You can see this thing. I'm actually going wide neutral grip with this baby. So it's a big lat squeeze because I'm literally just pulling my elbows down. Yeah, actually, since this is light, I'm just going to go behind the head. Go for even more, just more lat isolation. And they are firing. Terry's lats. Mainly trying to focus in on the lats though, with my thoughts. Oh, lighten up. Lighting up. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. Oh. Let me just do a little talk on pull downs, pull down tips, pull down mental cues. When you're doing pull downs, make sure that you're pulling with your elbows. And remember, it's not about how many or how much you bend your elbows. It's really not. Because if you start thinking about, I need to bend my elbows a lot, I need to bend my arms a lot, what you're gonna do is you're gonna start thinking about your biceps. You're gonna start thinking about your forearms. It's not about that. It's about the muscles of the back. So if you can take your forearms out of it, take your biceps out of it as much as possible, what does that leave to pull with? It leaves the muscles of the back. Because your forearm and your hand, that is just a hook. Here, it's just a hook. You're trying to pull this part of your upper arm down, and that's all you're doing. That's all you're really doing when you do a pull down, is managing where your upper arm goes. So it starts high, comes down. The muscles of your back are responsible for pulling this upper part of your arm down. So if you can mentally take everything else away, you're forced to work with your back primarily. And just think about what I just explained when you're doing your pull downs. Any type of row, seated cable rows, flat bench dumbbell rows, pull downs, pull-ups, chin-ups, all that stuff. Think about where your upper arm is going, not where your hand's going, not your bicep pulling, and just don't care how much your elbow bends. Get the full contraction with your back, and the amount that your elbow's bent at full contraction, it is what it is. That's the best thing I can say. That's the cue I want to talk about today, and it's a massive pulling cue. All right, that was a good opening set. Whew. Close grip, 15-degree incline bench. I'm doing this for the upper chest and triceps and front delts. Those all get involved. But the reason I have the slight incline is for the upper chest. You can see, the upper chest gets full when I'm doing these. I don't necessarily feel it through the first half, but when things start getting fatigued, things start getting tired, I feel it. I feel it light up. And it's a nice move. It allows me to hit multiple muscle groups, multiple important muscle groups for pressing and aesthetics, honestly. Upper chest, front delts, triceps. That's what the 15-degree incline close grip is all about. Okay, just in case you're wondering why I'm doing a horizontal press on a pull/overhead press focused day, remember, GST programming uses twice weekly training frequency. So if I'm going to train horizontal pressing, chest, primary chest, twice a week, I have to have a horizontal press, some type of chest activator, heavy chest activator on my pull day. And then obviously I blast it hard on my press day. So that's why I'm doing it. You're always going to see that. I love twice weekly training frequency. I believe in it. And that's why it's part of GST programming. So let's get into this next working set. I'm progressively overloading this just a little bit, just 5 pounds. I just slapped on 2.5s, and I'm looking for a nice medium rep set. All right, beautiful. I gotta say, that felt nice, really good. Nice upper chest activation as usual, front delts, of course. Triceps being tied in even more with the close grip variation, of course. Yeah, so when I approach a progressively overloaded weight, so a new weight, a step up, and I'm on a medium rep day, like today, for my accessory exercises, my ultimate goal is 10, because I'm in a phase right now, phase 1, where it's 3x10 for supplements for a while. It's a set rep lock. It's based on progressive overload, one of the foundational principles of training, no matter the programming. But I like to try to shoot for 8 bare minimum, 10 as a real goal, like a baseline goal, and 12 if I'm feeling really good. So I went ahead, just hit 10. It was feeling nice. I stopped, leaving a little gas in the tank for number 3, and set number 3 is coming up real quick. All right, 3. I'm hungry, man. Hungry for reps. How fucking corny was that? I think I'm just gonna do this set. Let's get serious. All right. It was kind of a funny set, funny to start, right? But like I said, let's get serious. I got serious, and we got that shit done. Whew. On to another move for back, and I really can't wait. I gotta tell you, last time, my last press day, I did chin up grip pull downs as an accessory lift, and it felt so good. You know, I think I'm gonna do it again. So I decided to actually not do a chin up grip pull down because I want to have a little more variety. It's always good to get some different angles in and mix things up. So I'm not going to do the exact same thing as a chin up grip pull down. I'm going to do a single arm pull down, and I'm going to do a variation that I'm actually looking forward to showing you because it's a little bit different. You don't see it too often. It's a really low, I call it a low row pull down, because when I pull this thing down, you're going to see I'm coming down towards my stomach real low, so I can get that nice concentrated lat flex. Think of like a seated row where you're pulling towards your stomach. This is just, I'm going to lay back a little bit, pull down nice and low. That's the challenge. All right, so leaning back a little bit, I'm just going to use support here. And I'm pulling low. I'm really going for elbow towards the back pocket. Ooh, see how low that is? Ooh. 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 Oh, and the lat is firing, I can just feel it. It's that big muscle, a lot of burn, a lot of coverage. Ooh. All right. This is a really nice one, guys. Really nice. Ooh. 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 Elbow towards the back pocket. Ooh. Remember, I don't care how much my elbow bends. I care where my elbow goes in space. Ooh. Okay, that was nice. Oh, that was good. Okay, I would call that virtually pure lat isolation, lat contraction, lat burn. Yeah, I'm feeling other muscle groups, but I'm not feeling them near as much as those lats. I don't care how much my elbow bends. I care where my elbow goes, where it ends up. And it's going towards my back pocket. That low, slightly lean back pull down just destroys the lats. It's an awesome move. You need to try it if you haven't in your life. You need to try it. All right, break time. Let's get into a little personal chat here. I got to say, I feel like I'm a little kid sitting in school, like nursery school or kindergarten right now, just sitting on the floor, hanging out. Feels good. So let's get into the talk. Now, I want to talk about a little bit of nutrition advice. And I have a rule that I follow, and I followed it for a long time, and I call it my protein rule. All right? So the protein rule, it's pretty simple. If you're going to eat a meal, it has to contain a food that primarily provides you with protein. That's the rule in a nutshell. So you need to have a food that's chicken, beef, fish, cottage cheese, whey, anything else that primarily provides you with protein or protein calories, same thing. And what this does, it encourages, one, high protein intake each day, because every time you're going to eat, if you're going to have a primary protein source, you can be damn sure that you're going to get a good amount of protein in. It's just a foundation of the rule, foundational benefit of the rule that comes naturally. What this is also going to do, it's also going to prevent you from eating junk, because you're never going to just be able to grab a bag of chips. You're never going to be able to grab a couple donuts. You're never going to be able to dive into the jar full of peanut butter. You're not going to be able to do that, because that's not a meal when you're following the protein rule. The meal has to contain protein, a primary protein source. Chips aren't that. Peanut butter is not that. Donuts, obviously, they're not that. So it prevents you from just grabbing that mindless snack. It forces you to actually put thought into your meals, to put some time into making your meals. And just that extra step, that extra work, that can be enough to curb your craving for grabbing a bag of chips or donuts. So that's another benefit. And again, I'd say that's a foundational benefit, and it just happens naturally when you're following this protein rule. Another benefit, I know there's one more benefit, and I'm drawing a little blank right now, which sucks because I don't want to do that. Let me just think here. Yes. So it keeps you fuller longer. Protein is a more satiating macronutrient. All right. Fat is also a satiating macronutrient. But protein, you're going to notice that if you have a high protein meal, it's going to keep you fuller longer. So if you're forcing yourself, if you're following this rule and you're eating a protein source, a primary protein source with every meal, what is every meal going to do for you? It's going to keep you fuller longer. So you're going to have reduced cravings for snacks in between. You're not going to want to eat as often. And this is especially beneficial if you're in a fat loss phase, obviously. Now, protein doesn't keep you so full that you're never hungry again for the rest of the day. That's not going to happen. But it's going to keep you full for 3 to 4 hours. You know, if you're active and you're training hard, it's going to keep you full for a while, especially when you're combining it with fats and carbs in the meal as well. So it's a good thing whether you are bulking or cutting, but I think it's especially good when you're cutting. So those are the 3 benefits of my protein rule, where you have to have a protein source, a primary protein source with every meal. I've put a lot of people on this rule. I've had people follow it just from my Facebook posts, my social media posts on it. I actually wrote a full article on it on my Substack. I'll link you to that in the description here, because I really recommend reading that. Everybody that's read that and that's actually started implementing it they've messaged me. They've seen positive results. They've seen the benefits that I've been talking about. And I wanted to talk about this today because I want to talk about nutrition things as well as training. And this is a big rule. This has helped me. I've followed it for a long, long time now, probably 15 years. It's helped me so much, keeps me on track throughout the day, keeps me feeling good, full, helps me get my 2 to 250 grams of protein per day. It's just like clockwork. So you should use it. I really think you should use it. It'll help you out. And if you're using it already, hey, congrats to you. Kudos to you. You're already doing it right. So I'm sitting here on the floor in my cable rack. It's a nice spot. I like it. But I need to get back to my single arm pull downs. My lats are rested, ready to go. This is such a good move, guys. Give this one a shot. I promise your lats will be fired. So I'll keep talking about it. I'll keep hitting reps for these next 2 sets. Let's get through it together. Here we go. Okay, so if you'll notice, I'm trying a different position with my arm, with my non-working arm, just supporting myself a little bit, just to see if it feels good. I gotta tell you, I don't like it as much. yeah, I didn't like that as much. It's clear that when you're doing this move, you want to be able to support yourself with your non-working hand. That's actually one reason why I recommend doing this on a cable pulley machine, like a cable crossover machine, not a lat pull down. Because if you're doing a lat pull down, there's nothing to hang on to in the front. So you can't really get that braced lean back. You're not going to feel as solid. So I recommend sitting on the floor, cable pulley, bracing, and pulling. All right, back to the lean back brace. That's going to feel so much better. Yeah, it's so much better. Really deliberate pulls towards the floor, back pocket, low row with the elbow. Ooh. One more for good measure here. That was money on the lats. Whew. Same thing. Ooh. Oh. 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 There's the lat really starting to fire up. Ah. Ooh. Oh, one more. Whew. Let's do one more actually. Whew. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh man. I gotta tell you something funny. When I was doing that chat with you on the floor, I was sitting there with my one arm, my left arm behind me. I kind of had it hyperextended a little bit at the elbow, and whew, kind of fell asleep. Kind of feels a little bit funny right now, so kind of felt uncomfortable for the last 2 sets, but it was okay. I just felt a little bit off, so I'm kind of shaking it out, making sure it feels good. But yeah, maybe you could tell the left was a little bit off, and that's what happened there. All right, we're gonna move on to some nice isolation work for the arms, get this day done, and then it's mealtime, nutrition time. We're gonna get hammer curls going today for biceps, get some upper forearm bicep work going. I'm gonna come across the body a little bit with these every other. Nice and easy there. Oh. Easy set, but it was a nice, effective set. I got a lot of connection, getting the pump already going in the forearms and arms. So I'll be doing a heavier set. We're just gonna keep going, sets of 10, every other, 20 total. All right, a little heavier here. We're gonna go 45 pounds, stepping it up. I mean, that last set did honestly feel really easy, so nice 10-pound jump. Should get me exactly where I want to be, especially for controlled, focused reps on these. Cross body. All right, so I'm just letting these hang a little bit. Coming up, trying to hit the chest. Letting them hang, it really will let my upper body hang a little bit. Really takes away cheating. Because I can't throw myself back if I'm folded over, hanging over a little bit. All right. Oh. Whew. Last set of curls. Looking forward to it. Getting it in. Oh. Nice. Whew. Oh. Nice. Oh. Yeah. All right, that's 100% it for the day. What you didn't see me do, overhead tricep extensions on the cable machine. I want to get some overhead tricep work going in my programming, hit that different head of the tricep. I do a lot of basic press downs, so standing press downs, and the bulk of my tricep mass is at the upper part of the tricep. So I'm going to do some more overhead work, try to hit that lower head of the tricep and build that up right off my elbow. That's why I'm doing those overhead variations now for a while. And I also did dumbbell lateral flies. So medial delts, slight forward lean, pinky up, trying to focus on those medial delts. That's what you didn't see with today's workout, but you saw everything else. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta give my wife a ride to work. She's got some appointments to do today, and so I gotta run. That's it. That's all I can talk about. I don't have any time. She needs me, so I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.